10월 23일 지금 이제 9시 44분이네요. 이제 시작할 때가 됐습니다. 이제 보이시죠? Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Hi, are you the one playing for me, Brahms?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Where's your viola?
Yeah.
Okay. 이렇게 할까요? This is good. 이렇게 하면 이거를 들고 있었으라고. 오늘 3명을 오전에 하고요. 오후 2시에 또 3명을 합니다. Okay, you know, it's not the time yet, but you can warm up. You can tune and, practice a little bit, warming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
So are you playing by yourself or with the piano? Without piano?
No.
Only you. Okay. That's fine. By the way, what is your first name? Your name?
Zhang
Zhang? So, I just short one. Give me the short one. First name. Your Johnny? Johnny. Okay. You have a phone? Take a picture of this. This is my name and my email. Take a picture. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Good. So, how long have you been playing viola? 6 years. And you started out playing violin first?
Yeah.
Okay, for how long?
3 years.
For 3 years. And you've been trained to do some scales like high flash, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever done all the numbers from 1 to 12? Maybe not, right? Maybe up to number 6, 7, right?
Yeah.
Fingered octaves number 9, and 10 is the 10th, and 11, 12 is like harmonics. Not many people do all 12 of them. But I'm sure you've done some scales, double stops, like, thirds and sixths and octaves, right? But since okay, let me just get the beginning of this piece. It has actually stretch, jump, right? I mean, most of us we shift, but actually this piece is written for clarinet originally, right? So clarinet, I mean, woodwind, they don't shift, right? And they don't. I mean, flute they vibrate, but the clarinet usually use very clean sound. I mean, no vibrato, right? So keeping that in mind and try not to over exaggerate the shift. Okay. Okay, let's try the beginning. I mean, run through, and I want to hear the first move. You're gonna play me first move, right? Okay. Okay, one, play. Very good, very good. Zhang. Zhang is your name. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce it properly in China, but Zhang. You're a very emotional player. That's good. Which is what we need. I mean, you understand the English, right? I mean,
Yeah.
okay. If you don't, someone can help you. But Brahms was sort of a son to Robert Schumann. You know that. And Robert Schumann was married to Clara Schumann. Clara, famous pianist. I mean, historically, she was the very first famous world-class pianist at the time, and she was touring around and amazing pianist, and everybody loved her. I mean, of course, including Brahms. He was like 14 years younger than Clara, but all his life, Brahms admired Clara Schumann, and every single melody was written for Clara Schumann. You know that historically, that's for the fact. I mean, it's very emotional. Allegro appassionato. Appassionate means, very passionate. You know what passion means, right? Let's start from the beginning. All right. Let's do it in detail. It's good that you are trying to avoid the shift, but in the beginning, it's very emotional, and you may do a little bit. You can allow, but Brahms was impressionist. I mean, he was a very conventional, like classical impressionist composer, right? I mean, he kept all the rules, but still, he was very emotional, right? So you may use some shift, but not so much, not like a Tchaikovsky or Paganini, but you can do natural shift. Can you do that? Not skip the strings, but use G string instead of D string. All right? I mean, you play like this. You jump the string cross, but do not strum. You may stretch like a 10th, or you can slightly shift. You may do that. Try that. So it's not so far away. It's right next to it. All right. Do that. Yeah, practice a little bit and use a full bow and try to be emotional. Go on. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and use a full bow. Okay, and connect to it. Da, da, da. Make sure this is fingered octave, like distant. You have to memorize the space. You use this space, okay? It's a tenth. You know what tenth is, right? This is octave and this is tenth. This is tenth. Yeah, when you do the tenth, stretch back. Your first finger should be relaxed and do this way, backward. Not this way, but this way. See? This way. Not that way, but this way. That's what Paganini used to do. Paganini did all kind of stretches, right? try practice finger octaves a lot. Try to practice a lot of. This is very, spacing, because it's the first position is the longest string, right? Lengthwise. So use a lot of finger octaves, practice a lot of finger octaves. And, if you do that, and this is piece of cake, this is very easy. Okay, try, let's go on. From the beginning, very beginning. Okay, that shift, you did the sort of a Russian shift, but that's no good. You also, this is also 10. It's a little more space. Yeah, 10. That's it. Okay, that's normal, shift. That's a normal shift. Yeah, it's a first position to third position. It's a normal shift. So you have, see, this very beginning, F is very difficult to start because it has a very challenging, very famous melody also. Very emotional, right? So instead of playing safe, play a little bit of some play dangerously. That's what Yasha Heifetz always emphasizes. It's, if you go to circus, people, looking for some dangerous stuff. If they do the very, easy, nobody's gonna be impressed. So play, emotionally with some dangers. Okay? And let's go on. Yeah, from the beginning, and try some shift. And also, and this, this we call it half position. It's the lowest, finger touch, right? And this is hard to vibrate, but use a whole arm to vibrate. You have to shake the instrument because this note should be emphasized very emotionally. Wow, 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 wow. You have to use some pings instead of a thin sound, but try to use a broader sound. Try to vibrate with some counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's it. Wow, 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 wow. Go on. Good. See that, the Ivry guitarist, very famous, he passed away a few years ago. Ivry guitarist always said, use your head instead of a heart. People think that, play with the heart, but that's not what the, top players, they always use a head instead of a heart. Everybody is emotional, right? But to be perfectly world class, you have to use head to be perfect, right? So always plan your shift, always plan your bowing, and of course you practice like 10 hours a day. Everything's memorized. You don't have to worry about the memory, but you have to plan what you're gonna do every single note in between the notes. Okay? All right, let's go on. Okay, right there, you have a choice to attack from the air or from the string. You may do or from the air. Both fine because it's your choice. But some people do like from the air and like a sort of a cushion attack, sort of a cushion. When you sit down like a comfortable sofa, you just do that, right? And you may also use some from the string like a bite, but that's like sometimes it's effective in Tchaikovsky and Paganini, but not in so much of a Brahms style, because the sonata is like conversation. I mean, you don't bite when you do the conversation. I mean, when you talk to your friend, you don't bite them, right? you do this. Sometimes you can emotional, you can raise your voice, right? You can be very loud, but that's not like you're punching everybody, So punching is different thing. It's like playing Paganini, playing Tchaikovsky, Wieniawski. You can punch, you can like kick them out, but here in this passage, you can use a cushion. You can from the air and try to sit down, right, comfortably, and use sort of a finger motion too. Use your bow. It's not stiff, but it's like a comfortable. Always try to be flexible. Okay. Okay. All right. That's not it. You have to be from the air and then be prepared to land. Instead of this is bite. This is like fighting. You're trying to bite somebody, but that's no good. But from the air, you're like, and then use the timing of a vibrato. It has to be together. It has to be together. All right, and try not to touch other strings and try to be clean. That means you have to be prepared not to touch anything. Like I hear some like a disturbed sound, like which is like a plucking left hand, like a touching other strings. It's not invited. It's you need to be always clean. Play only the note. Okay. Okay, that's good. And try to sustain the sound. Memorize the spacing. All right, you use a 1, 4, 3. You don't have to 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3. No. 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3. Good. And then, natural shift. Use a little bit of a shift. Come down with like a natural shift. No, you don't see. You did that. Sort of you stretch back, but you don't need to. I mean, if you play some fancy, like technical stuff, you can do that. But this is sort of an emotional piece, right? So use natural shift, all right? Oh, don't bite. You did that. That's no good. But the cushion. Okay. Good. To connect, you use this motion instead of but use like a swing. Always use this is the martial art. Chinese martial art use a lot of like a circle motion, right? Martial art. It's stiff. This is no good. But always use bow. Always try to be connected, right? Oh, you have a habit. You have a habit. Like you always like to do forte. Like that's like effective for Tchaikovsky, Paganini, right? But when you do the sonata means conversation between instrument to instrument, right? Between the piano and cello, piano and violin, and piano and viola. I mean, this sonata means conversation. So you don't fight with the biting, all right? Okay, and then when you do you sort of like planned shift and try to be not so much of exaggeration, but try to be relaxed and natural. You're kind of a stiff with a like motion, but always try to be circular motion. See, in this world, everything's straight or circle, right? Playing instrument is always circle. Playing instrument is not, direct like a straight line. Straight line is good for Olympic. When you do the 100-meter dash, you do the straight line. You don't do this for 100-meter Olympic, right? Straight is sometimes you need it, but playing melody, especially some kind of like a beautiful sound, you try to be always to be circle, okay? And keep in that mind when you do the melody, okay? Okay, bow should be this always like figure 8. Chinese people like number 8, right? Always. I remember 2008 Beijing Olympic was the first date was August 8th, 8 o'clock, 8 minutes, something like that, right? You remember the Beijing Olympic? Everybody loved number 8 at the time, right? Playing instruments, figuring of like bowing is a number 8. Understand? All right? Always try to be circular motion, number 8. It's not straight. This is like a book 1 of Suzuki method. When you do the beginner, you do this straight. But if you're professional, you try to be number 8, like use bowing. So this is figure 8. See? Do figure 8. It's not smile stroke. Smile is for this. So, when you do Bach, when you do use Bach, you use smile stroke. But when you do the legato means like everything's connected. When you do the connection, you use this finger motion. Even this is number 8, figure motion, right? I mean, for pianists, I'm sure they use like this motion too, right? Even Horowitz always uses piano like always circular motion. Touch, Horowitz playing piano like violinist. Jascha Heifetz playing violin like a Horowitz, like a pianist. It's all interact each other. So the vocalists try to be like a string instrument, but string instrument like us, we try to emulate the vocal singers, right? So everything's like interact each other. Everything's connected, right? So ba ra 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 ra. That's a singing. When you do singing, you do that. La you don't do that. La ra ri. Everything's like figure 8. Okay, and let's go on. Okay. Look. Don't bite. Da ra ra ra. No. Da ra 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 rom. Om sound. Like not up. No. Om sound. Da ra 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 rom. Yeah, that's good. That's it. Okay. And then let's go on. All right. You started out the biting again. You have it's some kind of a habit. You always do, no, that's no good, bro. You don't do, all right? But instead of, yours touch. Always like a baby touch. Okay? All right, when you do da ra 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 ra, try to do this figure 8. Ra 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 ra. You do that. That's better. Better. That's good. You know, when you do this sudden forte, you may use a little bit of a bite here, because of this is surprise. You do when you do surprise, you use some kind of a like emergency like technique, right? You may use your technique biting. Here is allowed. Here is fine, right? And then when you do bara, use a smile, very strong bara. You know, this like figuring of couple thing, like a two connected with a slur sign, is not from Brahms or Beethoven. It's from you play Bach. You play like this bottom. Always you use strong. So Mozart, he knew from like copying from this like a Baroque period. Mozart realized that J.S. Bach was the greatest, but that was very late of his lifetime, like when he was 27, 28 years old. His father didn't tell about J.S. Bach. J.S. Bach was sort of abandoned from the like Western society for 100 years later. Like his Bach piece, like cello suite and violin partita and sonatas, was found in like a wrapping paper in some shops, right? I mean, his wife didn't know J.S. Bach was a genius. Even Mozart too. Mozart's wife Constanza didn't know at all. Mozart was so number one genius in history, right? They sold out the papers, like the original manuscript for like a junk businessman. This is very sad. But what I'm talking about is we learn from Bach, Mozart, even Paganini, right? Because it's like a tree, from the root to the, you grow and the branch and you get all the fruits, right? We are eating fruits right now, but we always have to go back to the foundation, go back to the, Bach period, right? Here is stroke of the Bach. Bottom. Try play like a Bach here. All right, try not to touch other strings. You always stick with the one string, okay? Or you may do this. Doesn't matter, right? You have a choice of or, right? And which one is suiting for you? You have a choice. You can do it your way. But try to be clean. Try to be clean like a Bach. Bach requires perfect intonation and clean sound, and Bach requires certain style of a bottom, sound, right? Good. And it's written forte. Play like use a whole bow. Bottom. And vibrate this last note, and you use a whoa sound. Good. See, you have a strength to use the whole arm, but sometimes you are kind of timid. I mean, you don't want to use your muscle, but use the muscle when you says forte, right? So we play the vibrato, arm vibrato when you are playing forte, and use combination vibrato when you are playing the normal passage. And use a very little small, like a wrist vibrato when you have a very quiet sound. So use at least 3 kinds of a vibrato, right? At least 3, like a big, medium, small, right? Okay. And this part is use our arm vibrato. Okay. Good. And try to not to be too exaggerated. The last note is only one quarter note, not rom but wom sound. Yeah, it's like a conversation. you don't exaggerate when you have a talk with your friend. I mean, you don't do like shouting, or you don't do like some crazy thing. I mean, sometimes you do, but normal people talk like normally, right? This is loud, but not too exaggerated. Okay. All right, use more bow. Use more bow. Full bow. Good, good. See, it changes quickly. If you use a head, you can change the color. You can use all kinds of ideas about fingerings and bowings, and use some styles. Oh, shall I do this way or that way, right? So using head means you become a businessman. When you are successful in business, what happens? You get money. When you have a lot of money, you are powerful. When you are powerful, you can do a lot of good things. You can donate, many, like you can invest everywhere. See, you can do a lot of things. So use imaginations and use some ideas of like fingerings changing. Like there are endless combination of fingerings here. All right. Okay, let's go on. Okay, right there. And you have only one, like a very short space of breathing. You know what breathing? Like in and out. It's a breathing, right? Breathing is you use the breathing. So when you do the breathing, you have to lift up the bow and then come down, lift up the bow and come down. All right? Do that. And can you use a second position for beginning of? And then play back. Yeah, do that fingering. Yeah, so use it's a cushion attack. Do that. Oh, all right, so it's like fingering is a 4-3-2, 4-2-3. That's it. So, it's cleaner the better. If you do some unnecessary shifting, it's not welcome because it's originally written for clarinet. Clarinet is a very clean instrument, right? And pure sound, right? So try to be clean and use a little bit of a stretch back. 3. Four, 2, 3. Little bit back. You use your spacing. It's like whole steps, 2 whole steps. Yeah. All right, so you practice that. You see, that's one of many combinations of shift. I mean, not shift, but let's say this is sort of like a playing piano. When you imagine you're playing like a harpsichord or on piano, you use very clean movement, right? And even woodwind. I mean, when you use their breathing in and out, they try to be very consistent when you blow, So for us, it's like drawing downward, upward, like everything's pulling down and pulling up. See, for us, we only have a 2, down and up. Both needs to be pulling down, pulling up, not push up, push down. Push is no good. Push is like you're doing this, right? When you fight, like, oh, get away. That's fighting, that's pushing. But when you are you're embracing your friend, pulling. Your pull means, everybody is your friend. Everybody's your friend. So I always pull down and pull up. It's on your side. Try to use the technique as a pull up, shifting too. It's not pushing, it's pulling. Pulling down, pulling up, pulling down, pulling up. That's natural shift. It's not pushing. When you push, that's like a fighting and you're sort of aggressive. Aggressive is like nobody likes you, you know? Nobody's gonna like you, somebody's aggressive, right? But if you are embracing, like a loving, I love you, you know, you are my friend, right? It's like a pulling. That's the power. Soft is much powerful than hardness. Softness, everybody loves softness, right? Baby touch. Everybody loves it. You punch, like, oh, you become enemy right away, right? So when you have a conversation, you use the soft cushion technique, right? You have always listen what they say, listen what he or she is trying to say. So when you listen the left hand movement and the bow, you always use your sort of a common sense. When you have a common sense, everything becomes natural. Okay? Go ahead. Let's go on. All right, and stay the second position here. That's second position. 1, 3, 2, 4, 2, 4. That's like sort of a, you know, the water is coming down from top to bottom naturally. If it's like very vertical, it's very strong. But when you have like a tilted, the water is like coming down from the top to bottom. It's like da 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 da. Try to be like a water. So like Bruce Lee always talked about water. Water becomes a cup. Water becomes a pot. Water becomes, you know, like he is a genius. You know, Bruce Lee. So playing instruments like playing. Try to, you know, emulate water. Okay. Water means life. Life means you know, life is everything, isn't it? If you don't have a heart, if you don't have like breathing, there's no life. Okay. Thing means no life, but us human, we have always like some inspiration, like you know, every little insect or like making movement is a life, right? So when you do some little movement, that's a life too. When you do a big movement, that's a life. Always, it's a difference of like degrees of you know, some energy level. But when you play the very soft, still soft, but it can be very powerful. Okay? So try to be water. Okay? And go on. Good. So try to use the second position a lot, because second position is very high quality position, you know. First position, third position, everybody can do it, right? But second position, not many people are very comfortable, because the second position means like taking a chance. But still, second position has a much more colorful, you know, it has a potential. Second position has a lot of potentials, right? Okay, let's go on. All right, okay, that's your suggestion. But can you do just clean, bring down your finger 2 strings at once? 1, 1, 3. In not in first position, but in like a high position, like fifth position. Here. Fifth position. This is very, you know, sophisticated color. Okay, can you do that fifth position? Okay, so use a up, down, or down, up, and use it like a, you know, full bow. It says piano. Piano means not the loudness. Piano means it's a quality of the, you know, playing. It's like a, very touch color. Okay, you have a choice to do that. It has a crescendo mark as a decreasing mark over like 4 measures, right? Plan out when you do soft to forte. I mean, let's say simply piano major forte and piano major piano, major forte and forte, and you have at least like 4 steps of crescendoing and 4 steps of diminuendoing. So plan out and use a little bow and more full bow. Okay, can you do that right there? Okay, why you suddenly make a soft sound? Bow wah, use like a vibration. Bow wah. You can do shift also. Bow wah, Russian shift. You may do. Do something because that note is very important, right? Good. All right. See, it looks like from the top to bottom, it has a la la. It has a top note and then body la la la. It comes down naturally, right? So this A flat is very important note. So use some like shift or a lot of vibrato or something. Do not play soft there. Okay. That's what I think. That's what I suggestion is because Bach never wrote mezzo piano, mezzo forte. Bach was always like piano or forte. I mean that even he didn't use much. Very rarely he used the forte piano. Very limited. But Bach's music always has a crescendo and decrescendo because that was up to the performer, right? So the rule, it's not written out rule, but in Bach period, even up to now, if you have a note coming up, it's a crescendo. If you have a note coming down, it's a decrescendo. That's natural. Sometimes you do the opposite for the effectiveness, like Tchaikovsky or like Paganini. You do coming down, but you make crescendo, for effectiveness, right? Okay, you're used to it playing soft. Can you like broad out? Use arm vibrato. Use arm vibrato. Good. See, you have the talent to do the big sound. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You have to use your like sort of courage. You need to use your guts. You know what guts means, right? A lot of guts. Okay, right there, bomb. Use a very small bow and then maybe no vibrato there because it has a double piano. Double piano means like a whispering. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's use this much a bow. Maybe use at the tip. Maybe bomb at the tip. Good, and then go on. Oh no! You see. It has a marcato, but it's not forte there. It's still piano, and use a small like tip of the bow. Good, and still piano. No, still piano. And then, oh no. the first measure, no, you see, you don't play the crescendo. You see, crescendo mark is the next measure, not the first measure right there. Okay, I don't have the measure number here, but third one, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum. Even the third beginning of the third figure, da-da-dum, ba-bum, ba-da-dum, ba-bum, ba-da-dum, ba-bum. You have there's 3 steps, right? So when you do the first part of it, play no vibrato and play at the tip soft, and then the second measure next to it, and then maybe middle bow and little more vibrato, and then the third one, use a whole bow and a lot of vibrato. So you have to use a planning of your, what to do, right? I mean, audience notice everything what you do, even your breathing, how many times you breathe in and out, even your foot movement, even your hair touch, everybody's looking at you. I mean, that's what audience is for, because they are paying for your ticket, right? If their ticket is about $100, they're expecting you to play like a worth of $100. See, they want you to do some quality, some planning. See, it's like actor. We are, like movie stars. I mean, you are on the stage. On the stage means you deliver some messages. Playing instrument is delivering your mind. It's like we are philosophers, right? Okay. Good. Okay, right there is it says a forte. That's the top of the thing. Da-da-dum-ba-bum, ba-da-dim-ba-bum. That's the top. So use cushion attack right there. Oh no! You play the bite. You just bite. No, cushion means from the air. It's like from the air. And use like what retake means, down and then come back to the down, but and then down again. That's when you use the ba-bam, is you biting. Okay, the dotted rhythm, bum ba-bum ba-bum bum, but you have to use the staccato technique always. Bum ba-bum ba-bum ba-da-dum ba-bum. That's what bite is needed right there. Okay, and lift up the roll. Lift and okay. Good. That's it. And then playing tempo. Bra-da-rum-ba-bum. Good. Very good. And let's go on. All right. Let's clean out. Da-da-da-da-da. 6 of them. Ba-da-da-da-da. Right there. See, that passage needs to be cleaned up. So, you see, it is a like connection with the strings. Try it. Practice a little slower there, a little bit slow now. Da 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 da. Okay, you are sort of touching other strings, like plucking, like a traditional Korean like a string instrument or traditional Chinese is like they pluck, always pluck. That's like Chinese traditional instrument. Korean too. We have a like plucking instrument. But for us, if you're playing Paganini, that's okay because Paganini, he wrote this. I mean, that's written for Paganini. It's a number 24 Paganini caprice. It's a left-hand pizzicato, but that's exceptional because he invented that technique. But right there, no plucking. So when you do this and lift up very carefully the third finger, right? Try not to pluck, but lift up the third finger. Go on. Okay. So when you do the like this, and try connect it right now. Right now. And do it quickly. Da 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 da. Good, good. So if you have some problem, you have to notice right away and take it out, like a half a measure or even quarter of a measure, or even the 1 or 2 notes. Take it out and clean up and put it back. That's what instrument, like a mechanic, like a if you have a broken automobile, broken bicycle, what do? You take the thing out and then fix it and then put it back, right? So same thing. We have to fix the place which has like a no good intonation, no good, if you have something to, fix, you have to take it out and practice like 7 hours of 2 notes. That's what, Yun Chan Lim is doing. He practiced 2 notes for 7 hours. It's written out in articles. It's very famous. He practiced 2 notes for 7 hours. That's why, he gets $100,000 per concert. He's very rich now. He's only 20 years old. Because his thinking is world class. His thinking is like endless. His achievement already became like a level of Horowitz, It's amazing. So for us, it's a very good model. Model. We call it in American pronouns. It's a model, but model, right? He is sort of inspiration for young people, young generation. You're about the same age of Yun Chan, right? Are you 20 years old? How old are you? You're 13? You're baby. Wow, you're very talented. Oh my God. You're a big boy. Wow. You're 13 years old? Oh man. Oh, and how come this is like Shanghai University, isn't it? But are you in that level? Oh, middle school. It's a sort of a pre-college in Juilliard, right? Preschool in Juilliard. Oh, I see. Oh, full-time school. I see. Oh, it's like a Curtis in Philadelphia, right? Yeah. Oh, I see. Wow, you see, oh, you have amazing potential. You're very talented. I thought you were about 20 years old, but the thing is, if you use some tools, some techniques, you have a lot of potential to make a amazing art. ART. Art means it's like alpha and omega. It's a no time zone. Everything is connected, even universe. That's what art means. You see, painting can be art. Building, construction of a building. That's part of art. We call it architecture, right? That's also art. And speaking, like drama, acting in movie is art. Bruce Lee, he was a martial artist and artist. Bruce Lee was an artist. And of course, like viola soloist like Primrose and who was his name? The Russian guy, Yuri Bashmet, artist, right? Everybody's artist because they are using world-class level. World-class level means your thinking is like endless. You are using your imagination, and technique should be top notch. Top notch means never make a mistake. That's why Yun Chan practiced 2 notes for 7 hours because he wanted perfection. That's what we need. So you notice right away something to work on many spots, like here and there, and no good intonation and not clean enough, and some is rough and some is like meaningless. You have to put into the life. Put it, vibrato can be done, right? Vibrato is a life, and also make a cushion, figuring 8, crescendo, decrescendo. That's life. and play faster and slower, like a stretch, like accelerando and make her, diminuendo or slowing down, Mr. Calando. It's making everything is like a human. Try to emulate like a human. All right, this is a part of some example that you should. you know, some students, a lot of students, break bowls and break even instrument. I've experienced too. Thing is, being careful means like paying attention. Being careful is never. I mean, it's like a being healthy, eating good, good food, right, and good sleep, and exercise. Being healthy is normal thing, but people they don't, eat good food and they don't sleep at all, and sometimes they don't exercise at all. It's so lazy. That's not normal, right? That becomes like a deteriorating. Everything becomes like a sinking down. No inspiration at all. But life is depending on normalness. First become normal, and then try to push yourself. Try to encourage yourself. It's like a spirit of a can do. You know what can do is I can do it. I can do it. I have a power to do it. I have a willing to do it. I have a talent. I am 13 years old. Oh my God, I'm 13 years old. I'm 63 years old. I'm like how 50 years older than you. 50 years. Can you imagine that? If I have a 50 years, oh my God, I'm so blessed. So you have a full 50 years to become, great artist. It's amazing. So you're so inspirational. Your power is your age. You have so much of potential. Very good. I can go on up, until the end like this, like take every measure like this, but it's like a meaningless. But instead, how long do you have? Like 15 minutes. I can give you some great exercise that you can improve your left hand. Are you interested in left hand or right hand? Pinkus Zuckerman says right hand is 80% of your performing, but that's what he thinks. But for me, after 50 years of teaching, of practicing, my experience says 80% is left hand. 80% is what Rudyard Rich did, what Joshua Heifetz did, what Primrose did, what Yuri Bashmet does. He has very good sound, Yuri Bashmet, right? You like his playing, right? You like his sound. Everybody loves his sound. Yuri Bashmet. You know who Bashmet is?
Yes.
Right? He has a great sound, right? It's not his right hand. It is his vibrato. It is his left hand technique. Right? So for me, left hand is even, I would say, 99% of your playing. Okay, 1% bow. I'm sort of exaggerating. Your bow arm is down and up, figuring out, 3, spiccato, staccato, legato. Red, blue, what? What is missing? Red and blue and yellow. 3 combination. This 3 color can be millions of color. So listening can be also, you can distinguish millions different sound. Even touch, in China, everything's like electric, right? But if you have a paper money, you have some little dot there, but nobody's even, figuring out. That's for like blind people. If you touch in the elevator is like a, floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, floor 4, it has a like little thing come out. You can touch, and blind people can figure out what number that is, right? That's what we did. There is some famous violin player who's blind, and he can play some great music. Because even pianists, some blind people can play piano, right? So touch is for us is 100% needed. Touch is 100% for us. So, okay, right hand only need this touch. Only needs this touch. Press, lift, press, lift. That's it. It's like a seesaw, you know. And you don't need, you know, much more, touching sense than that. But left hand, you need millions of a touch exercise. You need millions of a touch exercise. First, start out with a glissando from the lowest to the highest with try to emulate the singers. One, and then go up to as far as you can, and then come down. One. That's what singers exercise every morning. Singers do, lowest note and then highest note, about 2.5 octaves. But for us, every string has a 4 octaves. Do you realize that? Every single string has a 4 octaves. You have 4 strings to exercise. All right, so I demonstrate. It closed the bridge. So you're gonna complain, oh, it's sticky because of the rosin. I have a solution for you. This I prepared for you. Can buy it in $1 in pharmacy or Daiso or somewhere. You know what this is? Rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. Okay, it says ethanol. Ethanol means alcohol. It's this is very dangerous stuff. So don't spill it. But use when you have like a toilet paper or a Kleenex or some cloth. You just put this little bit, not so much, because you soak a little bit, right? And first, and close it, and clean up and clean up first. Fingerboard from this area, and come out like a dirt, like this. You do this every single day. It's like your face, you do the washing every day, right? You clean like this, and last, this rotten stuff stick out, and I do that whole thing. And I exercise every single string up to the bridge, come up and then come down. That's what I do every day. See, this is a very simple thing. I mean, everybody can do it. So I demonstrate you. Every single string has 4 octaves. See? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. 4 octaves. I mean, you try it. Try it now. You can find out right away. See, it's sticky because it's a rosin. But see, if you practice, after this rubbing, alcohol, and you clean up, and you can come down, and coming down is much more difficult. You notice I use 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 3 2 1 3 2 1 3 2 1 3 2 1, right? And this is it's my exercise. I invented that. Roman Kim, famous, world famous violinist. Roman Kim is my student. He practiced all night this kind of crazy fingerings. And normally confidence scale is like this. It's a normal calculation shift, right? But Paganini and Yasha Heifetz and those world-class people, they use stretch like a piano fingering. They use 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 like a no shift. Isn't it fun? You can do it on violin, you can do it on viola. See, it's a challenging, isn't it challenging? Because see, young people like to do some crazy stuff, but this is very safe. You don't break your fingers. You don't go to hospital for like, oh, my finger is broken. No, you're not gonna. I mean, before do that. Yesterday, I taught students like that. You know what this is? I wrote a book of it's called High Tech 35. For 35 days, I wrote it every single day. Exercise like that, and that. Okay, this means second finger and third finger you can stretch this way. Second finger, third way, and fourth finger and the first. We call it contraction. We call it contraction. Before you stretch, you need to contract first. It's like a frog. Before jump, you just contract and then frog goes boom, jump, right? When you do the jump, you contract first and then jump. Same thing. When you have a contraction, you can have a stretch like that, right? Before you do this, you put your fingers under your pillow and go to sleep all night. And if you do that for one month or 2 months or 3 months, you become like a virtuoso. Your finger is like a crazy. See? This is a great tip. I've been teaching this all my students. They all became famous. They are now world-class soloists, and they are now, including Roman Kim and Yura Lee became the violin and viola professor at USC in California. And all the famous violin teachers, viola teachers, they are in Korea. Most of them, maybe 90% of famous violin, viola professors, they are my students because they trained this from me. I've been teaching many, many years like this, and it's proven effective. Everybody jumped up the level. This is some, it's not secret. It's not secret. It's an open secret. Everything is open, But it's like internet. It's available for us, right? So when you notice, this is a great thing. It's like car flash is sort of setting the figuring, like sort of what do you call that? Pattern. Pattern is like making a garment, making their clothing. He did a 7 combination of patterns. Right? Everybody knows this, right? You know that. You do it in every single key. You can do that. You can do it every key, right? You can do it. Isn't it fun? Sometimes fun, but it's challenging. It looks easy, but it's not easy. You need to train yourself. But if you have a freedom to have this kind of stretch, you can do so many things. Your invention just becomes natural. You become an inventor. You invent everything. Musically, technically, everything becomes so. See, you will become like a sort of a Elon Musk. Elon Musk is sort of a crazy inventor. Elon Musk, who he is, right? He's the richest person in the world. Elon Musk. Everybody knows Elon Musk. No? You don't know who he is? He's a Tesla. He's the CEO of a Tesla. You know what Tesla is? Yeah, Tesla. But real Tesla, he died in 1945 in New York in hotel. He is a very real Tesla, Nikola Tesla. He even you look up the the internet. He's amazing. It's like a genius of the science. Electricity is he invented, not Edison. Edison is a businessman. Tesla invented the electricity. Telephone, TV, everything was invented by Tesla. It's like a Paganini. Paganini invented all the techniques, right? Paganini invented all the crazy technique. Same thing, right? So I will show you very easy exercise. It's not so difficult. All right. I taught this yesterday too. Think always the combination. If you combine couple, there are only 6 combinations of a couple. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. That's it. Only 6 combinations. If you combine 3, like 3 strings, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. Only 4 combinations. I'll demonstrate very quickly. All right, you do this third. This is normal, like calculation 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, right? But if you do only 1 and 2, to do that, what do you have to? You have to think like half step, whole step, half step, whole step, right? If you do it 2, 3, and 3, 4, it's much more difficult. And even 1, 4, you have to keep your head going. See, 1, 4, you need to do that exercise too. It's simple. And also, 3 string at once means Carfresh number 6 and 7, like a third and the 6th. See, this is 6, third. 6 is, if you combine together, 1, 2, 3, right? If you do it different combination, let's say 4, 1, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. Okay, what else? 4, 2, 3. See, first finger is right here. See, it's like that. So there are only 4 combination of a group of 3. So practice like this and sit down at home and plan out. Oh, my 2 hours of morning time is Carfresh exercise. Also, designed by crazy Korean professor named Dr. Bai Eun-hwan. I invented this actually, and it's very effective exercise. Okay, and you have a question? I can give you a lot more difficult exercise. and I have about like 5 different YouTube like teaching and performing in YouTube. But I also uploaded it in Youku, and you write down my name, and then you can. I mean, my last name is Bai Eun-hwan. If you type in and search it in Youku, you can have about 500 different videos. BAIEUNHWAN. If you search it, you can see a lot of crazy teaching, crazy. Roman Kim found my videos when he was 9 years old. Roman is about 32 years old now. Long time ago, he found my videos from internet. He practiced all night, and now he is performing some crazy stuff like a Beethoven Fifth, Beethoven Fifth Symphony on violin. Have you ever seen that? You've seen that, Roman Kim. Everybody looked at. I mean, it's about 1 million views, something like that. So if you have like freedom, you can do crazy stuff like Roman. I mean, he's very inspirational person. Yeah, I invited in Korea like 10 years ago, and he's sort of a son to me. My son is the same age. So, try to be, what do you call that, inspirational. You have a violin at your home? Violin still? You don't have it anymore? Maybe buy cheap one, like a $10 one, like $50 violin, put a dominant string. String is more important, right? And put it on, and then exercise some exercise like that I gave you, because my violin is very old. It's older than United States. It's 1697, very old, like 300 years old violin. Okay, look at the difference of a string length. It's very, very long viola. It's a 16 and a half. My viola is very big. So when I exercise on long string and then to play same thing on violin, it becomes like a baby. So easy. So practicing both instruments makes you much more stronger playing viola, much more stronger on violin. Both. It helps each other. It gives you some benefit. It gives you some benefits of both instruments. For violin, you can have a better tone and much more flexible because you stretch like much longer. For viola, you can have a much more delicate and much more accurate intonation because you did a lot of exercise on violin, and it becomes a much more cleaner. And also you can steal a lot of violin repertoire from playing violin. Even Ichak Perlman, who is a very famous violinist. Ichak Perlman, he's very good at cello. It's on YouTube. I mean, he practiced like a Schubert the Bumblebee on cello perfectly. Ichak Perlman. See, so playing string instrument has to do with the science. If it's half of length, it becomes octave higher. It becomes 2 octave higher if it's a 1/4. If it's a 1/8, it's 3 octaves higher. If it's 1/16, it becomes 4 octaves higher. I demonstrated yesterday. I'll give you. See, from here to there, half is here. And from here to there, half is there. From here to there, half is there. From here to there is half is this. This is what Paganini did. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1 octave, 2nd octave, 3rd octave, 4th octave. That's what Paganini did on violin. But on viola, it's much more difficult. So if you do this crazy mind, I mean, nobody's gonna sue you having this exercise. They'll say, oh, this guy's crazy exercising some Paganini stuff. But who's gonna sue you? Nobody's gonna sue you. Exercising this invention, it gives you some like a proudness. Oh, now I can do everything on Paganini stuff, And do you have Paganini caprice? I mean, written in viola stuff or violin? Sometimes I learn on violin and I just play fifth down, and that's what I do. That is, I did that. I learned it on violin and I played on viola. So do not throw away violin repertoire. Use it, and you can play all the time in your recital. Even previous competitions, like more than half of the competitors, they play the Bach chaconne on viola. They did that. It's now a trend to play the violin repertoire to play international viola competition. They did that. The famous chaconne on it. Half of them play the chaconne. It's much more effective, actually. It's because it's broader. See? So how long do you have? Oh, it's more than. We passed 10 minutes. Who's next? I'm sorry that the next person. She's gonna play for me Bartok or what? What is your program?
That's a new piece called Doorway.
Oh, you are the one. International competition, the thing. Oh, so I'm sure you played some Bach stuff. Are you playing Bach suite or violin, Chopin or something? I mean, international competition requires Bach music too.
Yeah,
No?
I played the six.
No, six. Da, 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 da. All right. All right. So today, what doing means. I mean, the title is kind of a, I try to learn it, repertoire. That repertoire is, I'm sure the person's name, what's the name? Kathleen? Kathleen? Okay, let me get the music first.
She's a pianist.
Oh, she's a pianist.
I see a lot of her video on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Just a moment. Let me get the music. Oh, it's kind of a. Okay. While I am getting this, can you play for me?
There's a new piece she just write for the.
Uh-huh. Let me get the music. Okay. I uploaded the music in my Facebook so I can easily get the access. Oh, where is the music? Okay, let me see. 사진 보기. 사진. Okay. Now I have the music here. Okay. From the beginning, start. I thought so. It says harmonics, right? Harmonics. And also it has a note with a double harmonics, isn't it? It's a one harmonics on the top and the one is on A, no? Or it's a single note. And have you called her, Kathleen, tag? Have you called her? If is it double stop or a single note? No?
No.
So you think it's just one single harmonics?
Yeah.
That's what you think?
Yeah, because it's really one that
Because you see, the one through the fourth measure has a double harmonics there. So two notes. Da da di da da da, and the harmonics is the top note very higher, right? And then also let's see. Yes, I was very wondering, and if you have a contact number, then you can call her and make sure it's or that's what I thought.
okay.
Or you can play single. But what is this? Because later it becomes like, the third measure is and this is written is no harmonics, like right? Is it no harmonics? That means octave lower. So, and this is This is octave lower. That's what I think that's what she meant. So and see, it's octave lower. Make sense? That's what I thought. And if you do that, nobody's gonna sue you. If you do that, because it makes sense. Because one is octave lower, higher, one is octave lower. If you do only single note, it doesn't make sense. But if you do it, see, it fits. Okay, it's not important. I mean, nobody's gonna drop you if you do the two notes. Actually, they give you credit. Oh, she played a double note. I mean, that's what is. I mean, you can check it out and okay, let's go on. And then and then here, this is like crush double harmonics, isn't it? That's written that way. It's very difficult to make the sound right, but it's written two double harmonics. Okay, play that. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth measure. Play the fifth measure. Good, and go. Okay, so you have a four double, like a four fermaters, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should represent two notes. Okay, let's go on. This is really fun music. I learned it. I tried to learn it, but it's like a little like country music. Let's go on. All right, the tempo mark is quarter note, 63. 63 is, heartbeat. Heartbeat is about 63. 6 to like 70 is a heartbeat. Ba-dum, be-dum, ba-dum. So what you're playing is kind of, a little bit too slow. Can you play a little, much more like a walking tempo? Can you try to move one? That's better. Let's go on. All right. So it says freely, expressively. Free means tempo you can play a little faster. Tempo you can play a little slower. All right. So if you play sometimes in the competition, if you play too draggy, too slow, the judges, they're gonna go to sleep. They're not gonna listen to you. But if you do some live things, like some active thing, they're gonna listen to you. Okay? So this part, it represents some kind of a walking tempo, not dragging, too slow is no good. All right? All right, let's go on. Arioso. Okay, when you have the shift, da-dum, play a little bit more effective. Much more like, do not be too afraid, but use much more punch with a much more like a stronger shift down. Da-dum, da-da, dee-dum, dee-dum. Some kind of a jazz. Okay. Play. Let's see this tapping thing. The left. Later it becomes like a major thing. And then this is a left hand pitch. LH pitch is a left hand pitch. Right here it's like a. You have to make sure it's a plugging. Much more stronger. Use the fourth fingers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth measure of a arioso. So use first finger. This is a fingering there. And you can not only hear the bow, but you need to hear the notes. This is a D, right? Good. And then the 19th measure is arco. Arco means like a no plucking there. So here you can also make some. Everything's written out like a simple, like a first position and third position thing. But here you may use some or you use different fingerings. Some make some difference. Instead of just if you do that's too simple. But use some effective changing shift of positions. Instead of this is too simple, but some liveliness there. Okay. No, it's a. That's what it says, right? Yeah. So fingerings 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4, 2, 3, and then 2, 4. Okay, 3, 1 is like second position. It's a second position, right? So make some kind of a character there. All right. I mean, this is some kind of an example that you use your head, you use your sort of a creativeness. Instead of everything's like rhythm and note is given to you to cook yourself. Like if you have a great world-class cook, you have a same material but you use your invention of your beautiful cooking. So for us, it's all right. We have notes and rhythm. All right, I'm gonna use my bowing and fingerings to make it much more delicious, much more tasteful. Okay. So this is something kind of that is I'm suggesting, and then let's move on to 27. Da 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 da, right there. Okay. That shit, da 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 ya da da. You use much, like I know, it's only like this rank, it's not much of a shift. But if you do it, it's third position is much more effective. Can you do that? No. Instead of first position, it's like this. Too simple. But if it's the third position, it's much more powerful and effective. What do you think? Going to third position is not too difficult, is it? Because it's written for very simple rhythm and notes. It seems very easy, but easy is difficult. Simple is difficult. Technology is to make simple thing into something very new. So this is a simple note, but you can make it new using, innovative fingering, innovative position change. Okay, and so use this, from this, right here and here. This is simple. Go to third position at here. Right there. 2, 3. You have a pencil? It's yeah. If you keep first position, it sounds simple and too easy. But if you do, but keep the second finger down both string. See, you have to do both string down. Okay, I know it's challenging. It's a little much more effective, but you need to pay. If you wanna eat very good food, you pay money, much more money, right? I mean, you can survive cheap food, but surviving is not everything. But if you wanna have a very high quality, I mean, this is international competition, right? Yeah, I mean, they're looking for something, very challenging, something very new. So it's written is, rhythm and notes. That's it. 2 things. But it says some like a tempo mark. Okay, 3. But around a metronome mark quarter equals 63. But you can play like 70, 80. You can play even 50, 40 because it's free. It's the main. It's like a heartbeat is a 63. Main heartbeat. So it's like a I think she's trying to emulate the country music, isn't it? She's trying to come. I mean, is she American? Is she from like Kansas or something, or Tennessee or Kentucky? What is she from? I mean, what country is she from? Catherine Tag. England? Okay, England also has a very fun country music. England has a English like Bach jig. Bach jig is from England. It's England, dancing. That's like a country music. So it's a try to emulate like people like those dancing country dancing. Okay, let's go on. Let's from the measure and then go on and measure around like 29, 30. Let's go on. Yeah, that's it. Okay, don't slow down, because it's arioso cantabile, it means like it's active. When you feel it's moving, keep moving, because free means tempo, including tempo. Tempo can be faster, tempo can be slower. Okay? And then when it says vivace, it's like 2 times faster. Dun, 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 they can be fast. But it's like a dancing, right? People don't like too slow. People Yasha Heifetz and William Primrose and Yuri Bashmit, they all play fast, generally fast. Generally, that means generally they are much more active in tempo, right? So especially international competition, try not to too relax. That's no good. Competition means you need to be more active, more vibrant, more like use more arm vibrato, use a faster ball and use a faster tempo, use a more accent, use a more crescendo, more diminuendo, more surprise, and more effective thing. That's what the competition means. It's like Olympic. Olympic, they score your artistic score too, and they make sure your technique is perfect. So they use numbers, and who gets the top, they get the gold medal, right? Okay, let's go on. From around 30, yeah. Okay, do not use open string. Please do not use open string. Use vibrato. I will say, right here. Not. No, that's no good. And then use a arm vibrato. I will say use a full bow. Yeah. Okay, lift up bow and lift and sort of like a landing airplane, lift up and airplane landing down, airplane, airplane, airplane. Oh yeah, right here, lift up, like landing, landing. You don't have to use use third finger in second position. And yeah, make sure more energy. Energy level means you are better than everybody. You have a power, that means your score is higher. Okay? So play louder and play more active, play more speed. Go on and da-dum. Okay, I would shift not, but right here, right there. All right, let's use the third finger there, right there. Something like that. It's like like a lion, or like those animals. They're like I would say they're crying out. Yeah. Okay, let's do the vivace now. Okay, very good, very good. Just a moment. I'll just get the music. Let's see. This tap thing. I thought it's not the body. I thought it would be like a string. It's not. But I thought it was like that because Tapping means you can touch any part of your instrument. Let me get the.
But I think tap was an head on the body, maybe it's
Okay, and then it can be like anywhere from the instrument. Let me get, where's the music? It just got turned off. Sorry. Okay, you played very well, and but still there should be much more, strength, much more the power of playing. Instead of use small bow, can you play with a much more fuller bow and much more like a accent? Maybe some needed it with a like bite. Can you play again? Yeah. See. Yeah. You did this, but can you do like this? You use like a 30 centimeters, but can you do it like twice as much? Twice as much. So use this technique. Yeah. See, you are using this, but this it's like a what do you call that? Like a wiper, like a automobile in the front. You use a wiper, right? Okay, you're playing piano, but I will play louder. Can you play louder? Even it says piano doesn't matter because audience they don't have the music in front of you. I mean, audience wants to have a effective. I just lost the music. I don't know where it is, but thing is, I remember the learning in that part and the effectiveness. It sounds stronger than it doesn't sound. This is much more like you can hear it from the audience. Well, it doesn't matter because the body can be here, anywhere is the body. Okay, that's my suggestion. And the bow arco doesn't mean when it's arco. It can be spiccato, staccato, legato, anything, because anything used with a bow is arco, right? So especially this country music, if they people dance from the air, they do jump. They always jump when you do the dancing. I mean, you can still do the dancing, very slow dancing on the ground, but usually, like this, like a vivace, you jump, you're air. I mean. The bow is air. It's not small thing. It's like an active thing. Something like that. I don't know the music, but isn't it much more fun? It look fun to look at. Instead of you did like, but still it can be done. But it's my suggestion, right? Let's go on with the next part. Where's the music? Let's go on. After that part, we have 5 pages of it. This right? 4 pages. Yeah. I have a music. It's after 100 of like dun da 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 dun da 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 dun right there. 100 something like 3 4. Yeah. Yeah, fourth page. Yeah. Actually, like third page. Like I have a measure mark 102. It says, and 3 4 104.
because the first page is introducing.
Oh, I see. So you don't have a measure number, but play like let's say let's go back like 80s. 90 right there. Do that. Okay, can you play at the tip with a much more accent? Da 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 da, and use the accent. The slur da 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 da. You use a much more, from use a bow speed. Okay, da means very simple, famous rhythm, right? And I mean, many composers using this group of two. Group of two is actually invented by J.S. Bach. Bach uses it like couple always bottom, and Mozart did that bottom. Beethoven did da da da, and everybody is loving and like with a couple of because whole world is made out of mother and father couple, right? And boyfriend and girlfriend couple, right? These days, couple doesn't mean, but anyway, couple is couple. Da 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 da. You have to emphasize the couple. Da 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 da. It uses much more bow, and when you have a crossing, da 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 da. Use a much more strength. You press down with the middle of a bow. Use a much more hair. Okay, and press down. Good, and then you have to lift up the bow. Bam, bam, bam. That's it. See, this gesture is not only for the soloist. It's for everybody. Soloists like Yasha Heifetz, put violin up and, everybody's going this way, Paganini, right? This is not for the picture. Actually, this is for effect. Because if they want to use the up bow with the full, they do this. If you have you use a bow speed they both speed to like pull out. Okay, so using your space of air, your space of stage is this much, not this much, but this much is your space of stage. Okay, and some people they do dance like this or up and down, and even they walk around. That's too much. That's too much. But if you do like a natural gesture and enough of space, use enough of a space. Okay, then let's go on. Okay, sure. Okay, can you play louder? I mean, it doesn't say forte piano or anything, but you can do it anything because it says freely expressive. So play as loud as you can and use more accent. This quarter note means, okay, most of the composers use quarters with a group of four. Quarters, group of four. Because that means it's like four legs of the horse. They use four legs, right? I mean, human use two legs. Couple, bada, but those cottages, like horse racing, they use four legs, and they emphasize first note, and then they're in the air, in the air, So group of four means racing. Group of four means like horse. Think of like a galloping horse. Okay, can you do that same thing from 94? Yeah, use more first note, like something like that. Okay, that's much better, isn't it? I will give you 10 points more than the previous one, right? So it's got to do with using head, and it got to do with using your ideas. I mean, the level of your energy decides your point. If you play much more focused on the, let's say, perfect intonation, you can have a good scores. If you have a much more bigger sound, you can have a good scores. So everything's combined together. So never be intimidated, never be too afraid, never be too cautious. Never play dangerously. Play like as loud and or as proud as you can. That's what competition is about. So when you are in Olympics, right? You want to be very front. You want to be the gold medalist. Not okay, I want to just participate and I want to look around, I want to sightseeing what Paris is about, You go there without Olympic, But if you are participating in Olympic, you want to become the gold medalist. You want to become the Olympic champion, right? In order to become an Olympic champion, what do? You train every day for 4 years, like 10 hours a day, heart pumping, like lifting, like heavy stuff, and run like many hours, isn't it? So training is the key. I think the Chinese people, they are very good at training in Olympics. They get a lot of gold medals. And they know how to use their training in science. Those gymnasts, like flipping in the air and land perfectly. And the divers, women's, Chinese divers always get gold medal. I know that. They like circle in the air for 5 times and they, plunge like a, chopstick without a splash. Perfect landing. You get 100 points if you have a perfect landing. The gymnast too. You just run and then, in the air, you just flip like 5 times and perfect landing without moving. You get 100 points. Maybe 10 points or 20 points, I don't know, the score system. But if you want to become the Yasha Heifetz, if you want to become the Primrose, if you want to become the Yuri Bashmit, you need training. You need like a very hard work. Many minutes, tears and, sweats and like hardship, the heart of a training. Your heart becomes a very marathon runner. They run 42 kilometers in 2 hours. The Kenya, people, they are crazy. They are very short and very thin, but their heart rate is like an iron. They run like crazy. So same thing with viola. Viola is much difficult than playing violin because it requires much more energy. So you use a lot of sweat because you use a much more energy. But in order to do training on viola, you need to practice violin at the same time. I emphasized that, yesterday, it's the same thing with the, student. You help each other. Violin helps viola. Viola helps violin. Technically, musically, repertoire-wise, even, buy the double case. If, it only costs like $500 if you can afford it. Yuri Bashmit using this same case. 1 horse, violin, and viola in 1 case. Called, violin, viola, double case. And buy a very, very cheap violin or something. And then always put the violin and viola together and practice. See, I use my, professional violin over here. And look at my practice violin. I sleep with it. I sleep with my practice violin every day. In the morning, dark, right? And I have a good idea and I reach, my left hand and there is that violin, practice violin, and I hold it and I do the exercise. I do that every day. So people call me I'm crazy and, because, I'm snoring too much. So my wife sleeps in the other room. So I'm free with my, whole bed with my practice violin and me. I practice in sleep. That's that's good exercise and try this. Put down your viola and do this. Okay, this. Yeah, and use your right hand and try to cross much deeper inside. And that means you're training your second finger and third finger much more wider. And you are training your fourth finger and first finger much more shrinking shrinking means like a condensing and like a disclose and very like hardship of your muscle to shrink, and then it's like a frog before jump, you use this muscle and then jump, right? This muscle will become like this, much more stronger in stretch if you do this. And this, without helping getting this and getting that, it's very hard. But I did this for many, many years. So for me, it's a piece of cake. But students, if you do this and go to bed under your pillow, in the morning, your hand will be free. It's not gonna be broken fingers. Even nobody's gonna sue you for that, And put your fingers under your pillow and your head. And your finger becomes much more stronger, and much more flexible, and much more, I would say, accurate in movement. From the baby, you've been doing grabbing. Always you use this muscle, but you need actually this muscle much more. See, 1-4 is fixed, but second finger and third finger needs to move sideways. Can you do that? Do that. 1-4 is fixed. 1-4, but second and third finger needs to be moved sideways. This is what arpeggio. You see, 1-4 is fixed, but in between the arpeggio, it's got to do with the second and third finger. Let's say F. This 1-4 is fixed, but in between note. See, I'm doing this 1-4 fixed, and then I alternate the spacing with the second and third finger. So you have a freedom to do all kinds of arpeggios in any key. I'm doing like any note, and then still I'll be able to do the arpeggios. Isn't it kind of a like crazy idea? But it's not crazy, but it's scientifically it fits. It makes sense. It's like playing instrument like arpeggio in one grip. Like pianist, same thing. Number 1 and number 5 is fixed. But in between the black key is the what decides arpeggio, isn't it? Ask her. She's a pianist, right? So it's moving. This muscle is the key, right? Sideways. So acquiring technique is repetitions. What repeat means, do the same thing over and over again. That's what Yunchan Lim is doing. 2 notes he repeats million times for 7 hours in order to get perfect. So if you have a little bit of out of tune, practice much more repetitiously. Repetition, it means repeat. Let's like and repeat, and then you get better intonation. Okay, this is my sort of teaching philosophy. I'm teaching violin and viola, even cello and double bass in science, mathematics. Mathematics never lies. Mathematics is always like a computer. One mistake, it doesn't work. If it's perfect, it works. That's what number is. Perfect number means 100%. Everything is the right number. This is 440. This see, 440 is A, like a tuning A, right? And if it's 880 is octave higher, if it's a 220 is octave lower. It's perfect science and perfect, we call it frequency. We call it mathematics. It's the same thing as a harmonics, it's a harmonic. This all got to do with the science is harmonics. I said the same thing yesterday. All this high perfect, level of, masters, the soloists, they always use open string and harmonics to make the perfect intonation. So you have to tune every 15 minutes when you practice because it goes down, like whether it's hot and cold. So string, you need to tune every 15 minutes. I would say like as quick, frequent as possible, right? Tune in always, and then check your intonation always in double stops. Check your intonation always in with the harmonics, with the double stops, and everything playing needs to be played in first finger fixed. What I mean by that is press down two strings always, first finger. That's why. You have to keep the first finger down in order to make it perfect in tune. It goes faster and it's moving faster and it's much more accurate that way. But nobody's teaching this. This is a basic of basic. Like press, let's say, pick up your viola. Your viola. Okay. In Carflash, third and sixth and octaves, everybody is doing same thing. You need to press no matter what, fifth down always with the first finger. Let's say the octave, sixth, third, you keep the first finger down. Okay? So if you do this, two half steps in one octave, right? But always first finger down. That's automatically you are training 4 techniques or 5 techniques at the same time. So you throw your one, stone and you get 2 or 3 birds at the same time. See, it's very easy technique. Do it, do this. Good. But when you do 3 octaves, let's say, when you do the going up and 3 octaves, still you need to keep the first finger down. I'll play very slowly. And I always do this. So when you have high position, still keep first finger down. So it becomes very easier. It sounds difficult and sounds kind of weird, but it keeps your intonation in secure, very strong that way. Okay, and then see you start late, so the next person can wait like 5 more minutes. Okay, you started late. Okay, you have a question about your piece, the competition piece. The last slide, right? And it has a measure to slide up, right? So I was thinking that how you gonna do it? Like And I don't know. Do what you do. All right. So plan out and start. You have to decide which note you're gonna press down and which finger you're gonna use. I would say the second finger is the longest. I will say second finger is the better. And start with this B and B and E natural. Something like that. But you have to literally use the sound of this. You do this. So actually we call it glissando. This 12 notes in one octave. And I'm not joking. I exercise every day like that. 12 all in double stop. So think of this intonation. So you have to think of the half steps going up, right? And that because it's a long, one measure long glissandi, and the top is like a poop, like what do you call that? Like a spark. The top note is not important. In the process of the middle note, glissandi to half steps. For pianists, I don't know, they don't have this technique. They can never do it. They have to use the old chromatics to make glissando. It's impossible. But for us, it's possible. Well, actually, that's what the title is, glissando in Ruggero Ricci. I have a book for you. You can get it in Amazon.com. The title is Glissando. You know that? You know this book? You have it? This is very good book. You have seen it. You can order it and you can get it. This is 100% left-hand technique here. Somebody bought my book, which is this. I showed the student yesterday. It's called High Tech 35. This book is sold out in Amazon, but it's available in Korea. If you have a friend or if you have somebody, it's only $15 and it's available in Korea. And it has incredible left-hand technique, maybe the more difficult than Ruggero Ricci's. And it's a top two notch of a violin technique and violin and viola technique book in the world right now. And this left-hand technique, this one is here in the picture of the appendix. I showed the student yesterday. See, it's written in Korean and English, and you can see it. It's all available in. If you try to get this in YouTube, write down my name, Un Hwan Bai. Write down my name, and you can. I demonstrate a lot of this crazy techniques. There are about 500 of them. There are many, so you can check it out. Okay, and more question? No? Okay. Thank you. By the way, your name? I didn't get your name. First name? Lu? Ino? Oh, Y-I-N-U. Okay. Thank you. So let's see. Where's pen? All right, thank you. And next, you're playing Bartok?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
playing Bartok.
Oh, okay, with the piano or but yourself?
Just myself.
Oh, by yourself? Okay. And your first name?
Noah.
Noah? Noah Howler.
Haoulun.
Haoul. Howler. Okay. Haoulul?
My English name is Ellen.
Oh, you're Alan. Okay, that's better. Okay. I'll call you Alan. Okay. Okay, Alan. Good. Yeah, let's tune. You know, Bartok Viola Conservatory is my favorite, and you can listen to my playing in YouTube or YouTube. Yeah, write down my name, Unhwan Bai, and it's available there. Yeah, let's do the Bartok. One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, but let me hear like 2 more pages, okay? Because usually, if you audition for orchestra, they listen more. They listen at least 3 pages, okay? Okay, all right, very good. You're very talented. You have a good technique and everything. But see, have you heard William Primrose playing? You did. He never does what you do. You know, at the end, da 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 da. You know, no, da 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 da. You have to connect it. All right, and okay, I mean that's what it says. Poco poco accelerate into on tempo. There's no sense, nothing against like a stop there. All right, all right. If it's your idea, you know, you have to ask Bartok, but he's already dead for a long time. Okay, okay. Look, it's the last piece before he died. Like he was writing in the third movement, and then his student, Thibaut surely finished the whole thing. You know the whole story. This concerto is representing king of the all concertos. Have you noticed that king? The queen of the all concerto is a Beethoven violin concerto. Beethoven violin concerto is a queen. I'm king. Bartok viola concerto is a king. I mean, it's not what I said. It's what critics said. What critics says representing king of the all concerto, including piano concerto, like every flute concerto, clarinet concerto, including everything, every concerto, representing. If you pick only the emperor, king is the Bartok viola concerto, because the reason that is finished of the peak of Bartok right before he died, and Bartok himself is known as genius as Mozart, right? But you are not gonna say, oh, Mozart violin concerto is the king of the whole concerto. Oh, it doesn't fit, right? Mozart is a genius, but Mozart violin concerto doesn't represent all concertos, right? But if you pick the as genius as Mozart, it's a Bartok. Bartok is as genius as Mozart, and his peak, because he got ammonia. He was very sick when he was writing this. William Primrose asked him. He gave him $1,000 because he was very poor. I mean, financially, it was during World War II. World War II. During World War II, he couldn't eat good. That's why he got sick. So Primrose realized that, oh, Bela Bartok is so poor, like he couldn't eat even, right? And he sent him $1,000, which is about like more than $10,000, like let's say $100,000, let's say, So he's eating a lot, very good, healthy. Oh, now I can live, I'm not gonna die. And he write down like all spiritual like energy and wrote viola concerto, wrote this piece. So it's incredible piece, right? I love this piece. And I made a recording, I performed it. And thing is, this piece is so difficult because of the, Bartok is a pianist, right? Primrose was, very busy and he was not next to him, right? I mean, he never thought of that this piece would come out like this. He just sent the money. Oh, now he can live and he has money, right? He didn't pay attention, right? But Bartok himself knew this piece can be the masterpiece of the human history, music history, and it did. And after Bartok died, Primrose, he stopped everything. He got the piece and he went into the mountain. He practiced 3 months, whole day, and then he came down from the mountain and with the Toscanini NBC Philharmonic debut, made the first CD. That's the CD you listen to. That's why that Bartok, Primrose Bartok is like a jewel of the incredible. I mean, Zuckerman cannot play like that. Zuckerman's Bartok is good, but not comparison to Primrose, right? Right. No, you said you listened to Primrose, right? Oh, you did, right? Primrose followed the metronome mark. Because he tried to perform as written as what it says, right? But after Primrose, like everybody tried to imitate, but everybody tried to make it different than Primrose. That's why they are all over the world. I mean, all over the place. They play the longer note and they play the shorter note and they play the no. So you need to follow the original, what Primrose did, right? So try to listen to Primrose recording much more, okay? And do you have the music that I sent to a friend of mine who represented? Do you have this music? This is my original, Bartok. I studied. This is the original edition. Thibaut Shirley. And okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay, Primrose vibrated very fast. I mean, you have a very good vibrato, right? But still, you need to make the phrase because it's, every like region of Europe is called like Bohemian country like Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary. That area has their traditional melody. It's called like their own country music melody. And Bartok tried to make a like history out of that Bohemian melody. So this music is based on the Bohemian melody. So, it sounds kind of weird, but, in that Bohemian area, Bulgaria and Hungary, especially, Bartok is in the, forint. Forint is what currency in Hungary. He's the hero of Hungary. So his face is on his, like 1,000 forint in Hungary, money, paper money. Bartok, his face is in there. Bela Bartok. His face is in even right now in forint, even right now. So Bartok is amazing. Try to pull out the Bohemian melody. Bohemian melody has 5 notes. Even in Korean, in arirang, famous arirang has a 5 notes melody. It's a that's a Korean, traditional melody. I'm sure Chinese has a traditional melody too. So all 5 melodies try to get. This is the key, right? So in order to do that, you have to get the glimpse of a swell, ba crescendo and the da liberty crescendo, a little bit of like a shape. So and the crescendo. So you have to emphasize the traditional melody. Can you do that at the beginning? That's why that playing down bow is very difficult. So I would suggest up bow. Crescendo, down bow, and the crescendo up bow. And then up, 2 ups. So it has a triplet and then quadruplet and then fast triplet and then fast quadruplet. It moves as it comes the tempo mark. So right here is a slow triplet and then quarter, fast triplet, and then poco accelerato. So it has like a crescendo going crazy, right? That's what Primrose did. Okay, can you play from the beginning? Up bow. Okay, intonation wise, it's you press first finger down, half step, right? Two, 3, 4, 1. Okay, Primrose did. He did the slide up there on the final note and then fermata. That's what Primrose did. And he did the trill here. He did the trill there. So I'm not gonna make it perfectly the same as a Primrose, but he was the one made the very first world premiere, right? So he's sort of presenting the piece can be the original. So if you play the Primrose Way, you will get the top notch, okay? And then the first note should be little longer, but not too long. Right there. Play it, play it. Okay, right there, beep, bop, bop. That's a syncopation. Bop, 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 bop. And then fermata. It says a poco rubato right before da di da di da di da di da, and then Primrose did a trill, and then longer the better, and then da da di da di da di da, and then you stop there, but Primrose never stopped. Di da da di da di da. Right there. Two, three, four, one. The Primrose just ran through it without stop. Okay, you just sort of stop the last note, but you just plunge into it. Not da 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 da, but da 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 da. The quintuplet. It should be connected in each other. Okay, can you do that? Everything in third position? Everything third position. Okay, your finger is a little bit different then, but if you play fourth finger on the everything first in for third position. Everything first in third. So write down third position and then you can figure it out. Okay? And da da as fourth finger. If you do fourth finger there, everything first into third position. That's a lot easier. Very easy. Yeah. Good. And then don't stop. Da da di da bum. And then not too long. Ba 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 bum. It's like you stop. I mean, like a ringing out. Da da di da bum. You did that. No. You have to connect it. Good, that's much better. And then not too long on the last note, okay? Yeah. Because it resonates, it just rings, wong, 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 wong. It's like echoes, it echoes, let it echo, not wong, because it's only like one fifth of the fast note, right? Okay. And then a tempo is 100. Not too slow, okay? Okay, but why you change the bowing there? You say da 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 up down. You dam ba. That's like separate eighth note. You see, you have to separate. Okay, not you did the. Okay. And then also, it's originally, it's all slow. You did something different, but it's try not to be too different from the original. making different idea is good, but slur you never touch. Slur is what original Bartok wanted. Slur never touch. If Bartok wanted that slur line, keep the slur, right? And if Bartok wanted to the separate note, keep the bowing separate. Okay? Good, but it says crescendo into it. You know, crescendo mark is original. Bartok wanted that. He wrote it. So if you know Mozart and Bach never wrote the crescendo mark, but it's up to us to do the crescendo decrescendo. But Schubert or like Schumann, you know, Brahms, they all wrote the crescendo mark. You know, Bartok even wrote the metronome mark, right? So we have to follow the original. For it says crescendo, and if it says slow, you keep it. If you don't, your point is like off because this guy wanted to different music because slur is a slur. If it's a separate, it's a separate. Okay. Go ahead. Okay, right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then this should be emphasized. Vibrate. You have to vibrate on that note. 2, 3, 4, 1. No, you have to vibrate. Because Bartok wanted that note emphasized. You see, it's like a dash mark and then it's a crescendo into it. If we don't, it's like you're committed some crime there because you didn't follow what Bartok wrote, right? So you have to do the crescendo and do the vibrato on that note. Okay, that's what is written. Good. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Good. But do not play too fast. It's not. It's a 5 against 4 against 5. So right there. So clear as possible. Good. Right there. Press down at the same time. Right. No, you did the 1-1, but at, you have to press down before, right. Good. Okay, right there, and the Re flat, the D flat is important because that's the lowest note there. See, that's you have to emphasize the bottom note. Okay, this is forte, and they play fortissimo because this is chord. Vibrate on this. You have to vibrate on the note. Okay, so it's like chord. Okay, and then press down as much as you can. See, it's like a big chord. Okay, your intonation right there. That's that's like 3, 4, 3. It's like a string crossing, like squeeze the 4, 3. This is like crushing. This intonation is written all over in Bartok. All over Bartok. It's called tritone. What tritone is like most crushed double stop. It's, crushed, this mark. In music theory, tritone is like this. It's all tritone. It's like your finger is like a fan. This Chinese and Korean fan, right? And then if you just hold it and fold it, it becomes like a squeeze into it. Chinese fan. It's the same thing. This is a fan, like. And then first finger should be together and pressed together. Okay. Good. And keep the first finger down. Keep the first finger, never lift up. Keep the first finger down. Except it, right? Okay. Okay, all right. I'll show you how to do it. I will show it. Okay, you lift up the also third finger. That's why your fourth finger is cannot cross it. But keep the third finger, and while you do this open string, keep the third finger down, and then 1 to 4. See? I still keep the third finger down, and then 1 to 4. Then you can have a cross the fingering. Okay? More cross. Okay, that's better, but it should be more. It should be much more like a finger crossed. This finger cross idea. I give all the students the finger crossed. You need to exercise this a lot. Finger cross. Ask your friends because they all learned it. They all learned this. And put under your finger, under your pillow, and then you sleep with it every day. And then your fingers very stronger and flexible and much more accurate that way. Okay? All right, let's go on the next page. Okay, that's it. All right, you did that because technically it's like a jump, right? But there's no stopping and no tempo change. Da 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 da. Right there. And use harmonics on the top, and then try not to stop. Da 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 da. I know it's difficult. And use a shift. Can you do that? Okay, you don't have to vibrate on the knot. I mean, it's a use harmonics. That's what Primrose did. Why vibrate on the top? Use harmonics on the top. Use harmonics on the top note. And right there. Even this note harmonic. This is important. So emphasize on the important note. This top note is E natural, is harmonic. And then lift it up, right? It's better if you do the upper on the top note. So, and then, okay. So make it happen on the top note. So for me, I did this. This is down bow, and then up bow. So everything up down up down up down up. No. Right there. Yeah, that's what I did. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Oh, no. Let's say... this is up bow, down bow, and up, down. Yeah. Yes, sir. That's it. So make it happen right there, and then press down on the harmonics note. You have to bite. It's like a surprise bite. That's it. And then jump with a slide. Something like that. So when you do the jump, okay, use that E natural harmonics, and then press down on F. So you don't miss the intonation there. That's much more accurate. Right? Da harmonic, and then press down for F natural. So this harmonic, and then this note you press down, and then slide up. Something like that, okay? Okay, you're afraid of using harmonics there, right? But you know why intonation for those top players, they never miss intonation? Because they are depending on harmonics all the time. Yasha, Primrose, even Yuri Bashmits, they all depend on the harmonics. That's why they never miss intonation. Especially a place like this. They don't want to take a chance. They want to make sure it's in tune. That's why they use harmonics. Because they never mix it. Because harmonics doesn't lie. Okay? So right there, intonation here, and C natural to C sharp is like more than one octave higher. You have to practice there. And then this one harmonic. And then press down, intonation, vibrato. So if you do that, you win the first prize in competition. Because they are looking for this spot. Yeah. Okay, you use the second finger on the top note. And then slide down with the second finger. No, second finger. And then second finger. That's it. And then second finger down. That's it. So right here, that's a very safe, yeah. That's it, and that's very emotional, right? That's very effective. I mean, this is like a secret tip. You know, sometimes shifting is very easy for you. If you don't do the shifting, that's dangerous. But if you do the shifting, it's a lot easier and much more effective and emotional. So, you know, Bartok never wrote this slide up and down mark. Even Primrose, he never, marked it, point fingerings like that. But it's up to performers, up to us to use shifting as much as you can, especially like this, right there. You can do it a lot of shift. It's up to you because of your character. But here, right there, it's much more emotional. Right? I mean, it's up to you to do that. Okay? You don't have to do it, but it's my suggestion. Okay? Okay, 그다음. Yeah, go on. Okay, right there. Can you play on the string? And stretch back. Okay, right there. They all have steps here. This we call it Bartok scale. Bartok he never marked it like a sharp and flats in the beginning because he started out with a blank, and then every single note has accidentals. Every single note has sharps and flats and everything, right? So every single note is very independent. So right there, it's a Bartok scale. Bartok wanted that scale. Okay, that's a Bartok scale. Okay. No, it's a too sharp. It's all mingle each other. Okay. That's it. Okay. It doesn't say dot there. It's on the string. Primrose did it very not too fast. He did a very clean, very detached. You did it's too light. Bartok scale has every single note has a sharps there, right? Sharps and naturals. Bartok wanted that. Okay. Okay, down, and that's a quarter note should be longer, right? So you have to connect to each other. Good. And then right here, you have 88 to 84. It's not too fast. And then, it has a major forte mark, right? But I played with the orchestra. I played with many orchestra with this. And if you play too soft, nobody's gonna listen to you. Major means less. Major means it doesn't mean soft. It should be loud enough to be heard. So you have to play, like clean sound. It's not soft. never soft. Okay. Okay. Can you put da 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 6/1 as a one pattern? Da 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 da. It's a one pattern. As a one pattern, and you do the accent. Right? So within the pattern, you do the accent. Okay, I don't hear the crescendo of half steps up da da dee da that pattern has to be heard. Okay, so I need to hear that. Okay. Okay, that's much better. See, audience listen to the bass note, bass pattern. Audience wants to hear the bass pattern of this what we call that garment. When you make in the factory you make the garment with some programming of a pattern, right? Garment pattern. So Bartok wanted to have the pattern like that. Okay, so sustain your bow. So this open string A should be very loud. Should be very loud and use a sustain whole bow. Use a whole bow and sustain A sound. Or vibrate on this note. Vibrate. Vibrate on the 8th note. Da 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 bom, da 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 bom. Vibrate. Vibrato. That's it. And use a lot of bow speed in the bow, right? And lift up. And you have to lift up and then vibrate on that note. Da 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 bom, da 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 bom. It's like a Mike Tyson with a big punch. Mike Tyson, UFC, what do you call that? Fighting, And I think use at least like not whole bow, but like middle to the bottom, middle to the bottom, middle to the bottom. Okay, I don't hear the vibrato. At least I want to hear like 3 times of the wah 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 wah. Vibrato 1 2 3 wah 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 wah. I want to hear the vibrato at 3 times. Parara wah 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 parara wah 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 parara wah wah wah. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, see, what you need is not only the pattern of the da 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 da. You have to emphasize on the beginning of the note. At the beginning of note is like mandatory. Beginning of note is always emphasized, but sometimes you emphasize like different like patterns. But beginning is always beginning. See, if you keep the beginning note strong, everything becomes strong. And then on the top of that, you emphasize upbow, something ba-da-da-bum, ba-da-da-bum. See, like you have to do twice. And what you do is ba-da-da-bum, 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 ba-da-da-bum. Each note has to be punched. Each note has to be punched. So right there, every single note, boom, 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 boom. Because with the orchestra, you are against the 100 people. You are the top soloist. On the top, every single note has to be heard. It's like you're afraid of making sound. You're not soloist. You don't make $100,000 per concert. Yunchang Lim makes $100,000. You see, I emphasize the money, because the Chinese people like the money. I mean, everybody likes the money. But thing is, when you emphasize your value of money, your guarantee of a concert is going up. If you don't emphasize, nobody's gonna hire you. But if you emphasize you have a Michael Tyson punch, that's what Bartok is, a king, emperor of a concerto, king concerto. See, you have to be proud of. I'm proud of you, a violist, because I am the owner of the Bartok Viola Concerto. See, that's kind of a posture you have to do it. See, this is a great piece, isn't it? I love this piece because you can be everything. You can represent all the technique you want, all the emotion you want, all the craziness you want. And this part is during the battle. You have to you fight against knife and even nuclear power. They're fighting like crazy in the Middle East right now. Like everybody's bombing each other. Bam, 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 bam. Right? It's the middle of the war now. So you see, nobody's gonna win if I let you win. That means you're gonna die. Don't let somebody win. You have to be the winner. You win and then everything will be peaceful. If you don't win, your opponent's gonna be kill everybody. Right? So you have to fight against the justice. Fight against the justice. That means here, Bartok was fighting against his health. He got pneumonia at the time. But his spirit was full of a great power. I am writing the greatest piece on the earth. He was writing that piece. That's why he wrote every single note with every single accidental, sharp and flat and naturals and accent and crescendo mark. Everything was emphasized. See, Bartok Viola Concerto is the most difficult viola concerto ever written. Isn't it? Everybody is doing this for orchestra auditions, New Philharmonic auditions. Everybody's playing Bartok. You ask everybody, who got the job, what concerto did you play? Oh, I played the Stamitsu Concerto. No, they didn't play the Stamitsu Concerto for the New Philharmonic audition. Everybody played the Bartok Viola concertos. See, I know all the viola and even the violin. Some of my students are in New Philharmonic right now, and they all play the Bartok Viola concerto. So that's why this piece is so important, especially these 3 pages, especially this 3rd page right there, right now. 3rd page is the most important. If you play this 3rd page, with a Mike Tyson punch, everything in tune, perfect. Oh, you got the job. You passed. And this 3rd page is very famous because everybody is going crazy, out of tune, and they are very afraid and they mess up. They mess up the 3rd page. But if you don't mess up this 3rd page, you got the job. Especially right there, right here. If you get this note narrow, you win. Right there. If you get this note right, you win. And that note is difficult. I show you how to do it. It's all half step. Everything's the half step, Bartok scale. But suddenly one note is stretched, perfect fifth, stretched. And it's called whole tone scale. But this time it's a tritone. And before it was so perfect fifth. Now it's a tritone. If you notice this in tune, then you got the jump. Okay, ta-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra, that's important note. That note is important. Okay, see, do you hear you're kind of a little bit out of tune right there? Because you didn't use the whole tone scale. Whole tone scale is every space is a whole tone. Whole tone. Half step. Whole tone. Okay, you do this on piano and then get used to the tune. You do this on piano and get used to the tune because it needs to be perfectly in tune. Okay, I mean when you practice at your like practice room, okay, do it on the keyboard because or you can do it on violin or I don't know. It's a treble clef. It's very high note. Sometimes viola student they don't use a violin, but if you have a violin on your side, you can play this like first position or second position with a violin very easily. Let's I have a violin here. For violin, it's a second position, very easy. Yeah, if you have a violin next to it, and then for viola. It's much more difficult on viola. But if you get this nailed means if you get it perfectly right, oh, you have a very good year. You have a good job. Because I played this not a million times, but many times. I know this part is very tricky. So I trained my ear and so you take it out, this part, and practice like at least 2 hours on this part, this measure. Yun Chan Lim, the famous pianist, only 20 years old, he practiced 7 hours within 2 notes. With the 2 notes, 7 hours. I mean, that's a very famous story now. So we need to be really in details, microscopic, like what you call a millimeter by millimeter. Okay? And let's go on. Okay, right there. It says poco accelerando. It says da 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 da. It has to be faster. Da 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 da. You did it like opposite. It says accelerando there. Like you have to be you have to go faster. Right there, it goes faster. Da 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 da. Okay, I don't hear the accelerando. I hear like stop there. No, it goes into the a tempo with the accelerando. Ba 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 da 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 ba ba bam bam ba da 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 ba da 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 da. That's what Bartok wrote it. Okay, poco accelerando starts with the here. Okay. Okay, you do sudden piano. Do not do sudden piano. You plunge it. Go on, finish it. da-da-da-dum, and then just finish off. Not like, don't back up. Do not back up. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Go on with the da-da-da-dum. All right, the intonation. In that intonation is very like try to, if you go to hospital, there's like an ambulance, like a, this is or like an ambulance. See that intonation, okay? Oh no. Okay, do not use a shifting right there. Shift. No, there's no time to shift there. Stretch back, stretch back. See, that intonation should be nailed it. The power should be much more emphasized on first note. I'm talking about each beat. See, it needs to be like punch, little punch. Can you do that again? Can you do it with the third finger? Right there. So you practice slowly, practice with a slower tempo, and then make sure you're in tune and vibrate and accent. See, if you only practice intonation, that's no good. You have to practice slow with all the characters. Punch vibrato, punch accent, all kinds of colors. You have to exercise slowly with all kinds of characters in there. Okay? All right. Did you practice the whole first movement or whole concerto?
Only the first.
Or the first movement. Okay. Let's go with the very last rundown. I'll give you a very easy tip how to do it. Lento. And after lento, coming down right there. I'll give you a very easy tip how to do it. Okay. Okay, right there. Right, play this. So, when you do that, do not move the thumb. Only the two fingers. So only two fingers. And right there, that Bartok didn't write the point. He wrote the slurs, but fingering is Thibaut Scholli's fingering. And then, actually, by the Primrose, he edited by William Primrose. So this harmonic idea is a Primrose idea. Harmonics. Because right there, when you come down with the first finger and then lift up, it automatically sounds harmonics. Harmonics. Okay, play that. With the first finger. That's it, that harmonics. With the harmonics, lift up and like slightly touch. That's it, that's how to do it. And then when you do that, on that third finger, shift with a slight. Right? This also half step. Before the first one is a whole step harmonics, but here is a half step harmonics. Okay, the second one is like half step harmonics. Yeah, do it.
The third finger.
No, one finger. One. That's half. Before it was a whole step, 1-1, but now it's a half step, 1-1. Okay, 1-1 is a half step. That's it. Okay, and then here you have to do the pattern with the which one is a half step, which one is a whole step, right? And this is whole step, half step. Okay, so you have to do that. Which one has a whole step in it? Which one has a half step in it? You have to mark it. Mark a whole step. This is like a bracket mark. Half step is all like half step mark. You know how to make the half step mark? You do that. This. All do this is half steps.
Yeah,
So
I know how to do the mark.
or marking. Oh, okay. So here, and then when you do the connection, we have to do with the shift. So you do the shift with the slide. So you have to do that like shift. It sounds like a snake, right? But each note has the intonation right. Practice slowly like that. So punch with the patterns, and then connect everything together. So if you nail this right, you win not only the competition, you become the soloist. Okay? Because this passage is very challenging. Okay? You're very talented. You're tall and you're fit to be a viola soloist. You have a very good fit. It's like I have a long arm and long fingers. Also, you are, right? You have very long fingers, and if you train, left hand fingers, this is videotape. So I showed your friends, the previous students. I demonstrate how to exercise, double stop. This kind of a double stops. It's a very good exercise, right? And write down my name on Youku, and you can find like over 500 different, exercise, a lot of exercises right there. Okay, that's
One question, sir.
Sure.
To know your addition. I'm playing the addition surely.
Oh, okay.
Like, take a picture of yours. Maybe I could buy it.
Oh,
I could get.
you mean what? My book, high tech book.
No. The Bartok.
Oh, Bartok. Oh, Bartok edition. Oh,
Yeah.
you email me. You email me, and then I'll send you.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So you email.
Okay.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
Okay. Sure. That's good. You're very talented. If you practice a lot of details technically, you have a very good sound, like a very realistic solo sound. Very good. Okay. Okay. Good luck. Okay. So afternoon, like 2 o'clock. In Korean time is 3 o'clock. Korean time is 3 o'clock. Okay. Bye. 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 어, 지금 오후에 또 3명을 가르치거든요. 그래서 일단 지금 전반부 이제 3명 가르친 걸 이제 중단하고 이제 후반부 이제 한국 시간으로 3시에 시작하겠습니다.